Howdy. We thank you all for joining us this morning. There is a special energy on campus as we are just 8 days away from kicking off the 2022 Aggie football season here at Kyle Field. And there is nothing like game day in Aggie land, and Kyle Field is at the heart of it. Today marks a step toward ensuring that Kyle Field remains the premier college football venue in the country, with the ability to generate revenue vital to supporting every Texas A&M athletics program and student athlete on and off the field. I'd like to recognize the folks who are joining us today. John Sharp, Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System. Katherine Banks, President of Texas A&M University. Ross Bjork, Texas A&M Director of Athletics. Byron Chambers, Senior Principal, Populous. Jim Cudahy, Manhattan Construction Senior Vice President of Operations. And Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M Head Football Coach. It is at this time we start by inviting Chancellor Sharp to give us a few remarks. And we will be taking questions afterwards. You will be able to talk with Ross Bjork one-on-one.
Howdy. So I asked Ross what he wanted me to talk about this morning. He said, I want you to talk about a minute and a half, so I get the drill here. These people ask me what is the most amazing thing that you have experienced in the last 10 years. And I tell them the most amazing thing is the resilience, the sacrifice, the commitment of the 12th man. It is absolutely amazing. It wasn't good enough for them just to build the best stadium in the country. It wasn't good enough for them just to build this complex here. It wasn't good enough to build the softball field. It wasn't good enough to build the track field. They had to build another one. There seems to be no end to the dedication and the sacrifice of the 12th man and the 12th man foundation. And I'm here today to say thank you to those people that give so much and have such a depth of commitment to this great university. Thank you very much.
Chancellor Sharp, thank you. May I introduce Katherine Banks, the President of Texas A&M University.
Howdy. Howdy. Well, thank you all for joining us today as we have celebrating another wonderful project for Kyle Field. I wanted to say a few words about how important athletics is to the university. And there are many ways in which athletics positively influence the university. One is it inspires our students to come to Texas A&M, and certainly the excitement of coming together for a football game. It promotes unity and also spirit. And these are things that we need today in some of our divided conversations. It also connects us as an Aggie family. We come together to celebrate and connects us with our community as well. So it's very exciting and important that we have these kinds of venues. Athletics is the front porch of a university. It's said before, and I believe it strongly. If you look at some of the statistics, Google searches spike during football games. And with many of the fans and many of those who don't know us asking the question, what does Texas A&M stand for? That gives us the opportunity to talk about our core values, what our mission is, and how important we are to the nation. We also noticed at the Alabama football game last year that we had over 3 million impressions of our website. And these are people who know us and people who are just learning about this. Athletics introduces Texas A&M to the world in many ways, and it's very positive that we have suites such as this and a stadium such as this to do so. I do want to mention our student athletes. I'm so proud of them. They learn so many things through our wonderful athletic program: discipline, teamwork, as well as selfless service. It's a wonderful experience to work with some of these student athletes in their service-oriented mentality. Our student athletes contributed a volunteered time for over 100 service projects, 100. And they logged in over 1,500 service hours. That's how much they care about selfless service. Athletics also helps with student success. Our cumulative GPA for our student athletes is 3.2. And over 60% of our student athletes are on the athletic director's honor roll, and that's quite impressive. Excellence is not just a core value and a goal here at Texas A&M, it's a standard. Our top athletic program is an example of our excellence. We have exceptional coaches, outstanding staff, but our facilities also must reflect this type of excellence. So we're looking forward to these new suites and providing our fans with an outstanding, unique football experience in the future. Thank you, and gig 'em.
Thank you, President Banks. Here is the senior principal of Populous, Byron Chambers.
Howdy. So I was going to give a few words about what you're going to experience in the new suites. And first of all, I'd like to just say on behalf of Populous, we are so grateful to be back on campus and continuing to work here to continue to develop the most amazing facilities ever. And on a personal note, as a class of 98, it's just awesome to get to do work on campus. So I'll talk briefly about the suites. One of the things that we just love about this is the way that they're set up. You're going to have an external seat with an operable glass wall behind you that'll open up the suite completely to the environment that's around you. You have a private corridor that allows you to circulate back and forth, separate from the rest of the fans. You've got a unique perspective on the game. It's its own level, and its view shed is also unique as well. You also can connect back to the All-American Club via an access stair vertically and have an access back to the elevators. So private access up, private access to your suite. The finishes you can see in the renderings right now, they have their own unique kind of look and flair to the suites themselves. We're very excited about the possibilities and the experience that you're going to have in these environments during the game day. Again, on behalf of Populous, we're just so excited to continue to work here, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Byron. Here is the Texas A&M Director of Athletics, Ross Bjork.
Thank you, Andrew. Howdy. Okay. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for the support of Chancellor Sharp and our Board of Regents, and definitely President Banks for their leadership. I think alignment is key in these type of projects. You have to have alignment of vision, and that's where we are today. So we're excited to announce this new project for Kyle Field and our football program and our entire athletics program. As we know, college athletics is evolving right now. We're in this transformational time, but we believe that live sporting events and attending games in person has tremendous value, continues to have tremendous value, especially here at Texas A&M, home of the 12th man. Yesterday, we announced that we have sold a record 37,000 student season tickets, all sports passes. That's not the total season ticket number. That's just the 12th man. That's just students. That's a record here at Texas A&M. So live sporting events has tremendous value. As Andrew said, we want to make sure that Kyle Field remains the preeminent college football stadium in the country. We have to also continue to capture the hearts and minds of our fans on a daily basis, and also to have new revenue streams to fund what we call championship athletics. Our mission is to create opportunities through this championship athletic vision that we have, and this project allows us that financial flexibility. We always say that athletics is not the most important thing that happens on this campus. Athletics is not the most important thing that happens, but it's the most visible. President Banks mentioned some statistics around viewership. But when you have 105,000 people show up or more, or 110,000, whatever that number becomes, we have to have this responsibility to make sure that athletics is part of the fabric of the university. Football is the engine that drives our entire athletic department. And not only this one-time revenue source that'll help fuel our centennial campaign that'll be spin off of the suites, but also ongoing annual revenue will help us create that funding source for our athletics program. And also, we maintain the mystique of Kyle Field. So why are we doing this? In our analysis, it really came down to two factors: demand for this type of seating, and also that funding source, that additional revenue stream where you have to be creative in today's evolving world of college athletics. This project will start at the end of the 2022 season and will be ready for the 2023 season. We recognize that there'll be impact of current season ticket holders in sections 240 to 246, and we will contact each of those ticket holders individually and give them information specific to their situation. There'll be an exclusive seating process for those impacted season ticket holders. We're excited about the momentum of the Centennial campaign and all of the ongoing projects in athletics, and we thank you for everyone's support. Giga Mags.
Thank you, Ross. Now the Texas A&M head football coach, Jimbo Fisher.
Howdy. I don't know what's more amazing, that we're adding on to the best stadium in the country, or how fast it's going to be done. It amazes me that you can get that much construction while people are still functioning. I need to do some planning with y'all in our planning, but it is. I mean, and I've said this, I've played in almost every stadium in this country. I really have. I've been in all of them, or been around them, or people have played in them. And myself, I don't think there's a better venue in all of America. Now, everybody says I'm biased because I'm the head football coach here, but it does. The home field advantage, but other people who play us, people who've been around the game, people who've been in the business a long time. It's an unbelievable atmosphere. And the thing about this stadium, too, not just the game day atmosphere, the amount of meeting rooms, the amount of the hospitality you provide to our people in the room, you have no idea how nice, and when we had to go over here during the COVID, we had to spread out and find these meeting rooms and the space to have those things. You have no idea how valuable that is for so many, and even we have lots of corporate events, things like that go on in this stadium. It's one of the most amazing stadiums in all of America. I mean, I know people are all constantly building new things and we're adding, but as a college football venue, I can't fathom one that's any better or more efficient in the things it does. And it's our job to play great football in it. Last year it had an effect. I mean, it talks about recruiting and the things that go on. When recruits come to a game here, and everybody says, well, like last year, it's the Alabama game. Well, that wasn't true. All of them weren't at the Alabama game. A lot of them were. They were at every game. To them, it was the best venue they saw all year, no matter who we were playing. There were some unbelievable atmospheres, environments, and it does make a difference. And my hat's off again to the 12th man. I say this all the time, and we went around and we were doing some speaking and helping with projects in which we're doing with all the things that are going on. It's the most amazing organization I've been a part of and been around, because people have visions all the time, and you have dreams. They make your dreams and visions come true. They go out. And then more importantly, the Aggie Network, the people of Texas A&M. I say this, the giving, the sincerity, the genuineness of who they are and what they are, to me, is the heart of this university and everything it stands for. And you see it in everything you do. Everywhere you go, you see excellence, you see commitment, you see people who are committed to doing that. And I'll say that from our administration. You can have those organizations, but if your chancellor, your president, your athletic director aren't in that same vision, that same line, it doesn't work either. And I think everything is lined up to have success in all avenues of what's going on in athletics here, not just football, but all the things. And like you say, we are the front porch, because we get a lot, like you say, sometimes 15, 20 million people. Or the advertising, we want to do things right. But it's for all athletics here. Like Chancellor Sharp said, whether it's new baseball, whether it's new softball, whether it's new track, whether it's whatever venue we're doing, providing the best for everything, and we know we're a big part of that. But this stadium generates a lot of that revenue and things that go on. And to add another whole group of skyboxes, it's amazing. For the support that we just keep growing, and more people want to keep coming. And, in today's world, not many people are coming to games as much as they used to. Everybody's staying home watching TV, except unless you're an Aggie. It's just different. They want to be here. They want to be part of it. They want to be part of the park. They want to be part of everything that's going on. And it's what makes it the greatest university in the country. And I'm blessed to be the head football coach. I know that. And hey, we just got to keep some more folks cheering. And hey, more noise, the better I like it. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Coach. As we close out the program, we thank you all for attending, and we remind you that Ross Bjork will be available for comments off to the side of the stage in just a few moments. We will see you back here at Kyle Field next Saturday. That's when we beat the hell out of Sam Houston. Thanks and gig 'em.